Hello, this episode of Red Guy Entertainment is brought to you by Mega Championship Wrestling, MCW. They're based out in Elyria, Ohio. Their next upcoming event will be February 20th, No Love Lost, featuring stars like Derek Direction, the amazing Nate Manson, Marianne Fontaine, Meat and Taters, Big Mo, and Brandon Xavier. Great independent wrestling action, some of the best talent in Northeast Ohio. And yeah, on to the show. Hello and welcome to Red Guy Entertainment. How do you guys like that plug, huh?
Hey, pretty good.
We're coming at you with a little bit of a different thing. Royal Rumbles this weekend with the whole one versus all tagline.
It's so weird.
It's different. They like to say technically it's the first time the WWE title has been defended in the Royal Rumble.
Technically.
But
1992 was a year.
1992 did happen, and that Rumble was for the belt, but it was vacated. So
it wasn't the champ defending.
So I guess they get away with that.
Vacant was in the Royal Rumble. He was entering number 31.
Wasn't there someone who didn't come out in
I want to say that was the year somebody didn't come out. It might have been 91 though, because I remember Hulk. Or Animal. I think it was Animal that was behind the curtain, and he's seen them almost run out, and then no, don't run out. And then he ran out next. It's I couldn't have guessed.
Screw it.
It might have been 92. I can't remember.
It's one of those Rumbles. Vacant was there in spirit.
Yeah. And he didn't get eliminated.
He did not. Long live Vacant. Vacant Mania. But
what you're gonna do? Nobody runs wild on everyone.
Our discussion for this episode will be the actual Royal Rumble card, and we'll give you some of our predictions. The card looks fantastic for the first time in a good while.
Every match is a title match, and I like that.
But it's not Night of Champions.
By the way, you're James. I'm David.
Oh, yeah, in case you forgot. I'm James. This is David.
One take.
One take, that's all we need. Shoot from the hip. The card looks great. The dark match will be the Dudleys versus the Ascension versus Darren Young and Damian Sandow.
What a team!
Versus
you might say this is their first match as a team.
Versus Mark Henry and Jack Swagger.
You could say the same about this team. It's almost like they needed two guys. Well, I guess four, and they needed two tag teams. They're like, who can we put together? Yeah, just grab two people off the streets.
And if that wasn't confusing enough, this four-way tag match is for 2 spots in the Royal Rumble.
I almost wish it was elimination just so Bubba and Damien can get in. That would be awesome. I always wish that for the TLC matches too. Each person of the team had to pull out a belt.
If Bubba,
Jeff and Devon pull a belt, they're the champs.
If somehow
So then they'd have to lose it to Edge and Christian so that the Dudleys can get the belt or something.
If somehow Sandow and Bubba made in, and we had Sandow Dudley. Oh jeez.
Sandow, get the wood.
But that's gonna be the dark match. We're assuming it's gonna be the pre-show main event.
Is it main event when there's only one thing?
Yeah, dude, it's a thing.
I guess it's the first and the last match.
Then,
top billing and
then we assume this is going to be the card order. Card subject to change, whatever. There will be the WWE Tag Team titles on the line with the Usos going up against the New Day. There's the WWE Divas match, WWE Divas title match. Becky Lynch going against Charlotte again.
with Ric Flair.
Of course with Ric Flair. Why wouldn't he be?
Not Becky Lynch, but Charlotte.
We don't know if he's going to be there or not. I mean, there's still SmackDown to go, and I try not to watch Tuesday Squares.
I guess.
Then there's the WWE US title match, Kalisto versus Del Rio. They've been kind of hot potatoing the belt.
Yeah.
It's been interesting.
I like when titles change hands on Raw SmackDown, but I don't like when it happens week after week.
Yeah, but they're two talented people, so we'll see what happens. Then there's the Intercontinental title match in the last man standing. Kevin Owens going up against Dean Ambrose, which should be a pretty decent match.
It should be great.
And then I won't say it's great because Dean Ambrose is in it, but
But you gotta respect that they're both hard workers and they're both gonna do so much for that match to be.
Kevin
they're
Owens,
gonna steal the show.
Kevin Owens.
I know the Royal Rumble's the Royal Rumble, but I think this match can be this match is definitely the best match on the card.
Kevin Owens and Kevin Owens will steal the show.
Kevin Owens and Kevin Owens, yes.
And then there's the Royal Rumble itself, the one against all tagline, because Roman Reigns, as entry number 1, will be defending his WWE title, hypothetically, against 29 other men.
So, I'm on Wikipedia, and it's saying that the match is put in the Rumble first. I really hope that doesn't happen.
I'm pretty sure, because technically everything I just went through was in reverse order.
Yeah, so I'm hoping it's not in this order where it'd be the Rumble first, and then...
That would be absolutely horrible.
The last man standing, and then the main event, in theory, would be the tag team match. That would be just bad.
That definitely...
It's setting up for everybody to leave after the first half hour. Well, Roman won? Fuck this. I'm out of here.
But let's start with the pre-show main event, the 4-way tag match. Dudley's Ascension, Darren Young, Sandow, and Henry and Swagger. I have no idea why this is a thing.
I don't know why the people are there, in the way that they are. I don't know why Darren Young and Henry and Sandow are out. Maybe they do dark matches as tag teams for Raws and SmackDown or house shows, maybe. But it just seems weird to me that Damian and Darren and Mark and Jack are tag teams.
Do you think Sandow's gonna act gay because he's with Darren Young?
Is Darren Young being gay a part of the actual WWE character yet?
No, hopefully they don't do that.
I don't want him to do it to exploit him, but if they it's kind of like the New Day. What do you guys want to do? Have fun with your character. If they say, Darren, have fun with your character, and he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna come clean to the audience. I'd be like, okay.
I do think it would be cool if he was just I'm gay, and maybe people would try discriminate against him or something like that.
I don't want him to do what TNA did to
Orlando Jordan.
Where they made him some sort of ice princess.
I think Orlando Jordan did that to himself.
And I really don't want that to happen with Darren Young, because I like him. I like him with primetime players. I liked him with.
He's very entertaining.
I liked him with the Nexus. I thought he was one of the sweet parts of the original Nexus.
He really was. And for the record, we are not gay bashing or anything like that. We're very supportive of people. Equality is awesome. And for the record, I'm a Christian and I think that shit. So, equality's good.
Just because we talk about it doesn't mean we're bashing. Let's get that clear.
Well, it's YouTube. We're always bashing.
It's the internet. That's what happens.
But
we say something, people get offended. We get boycotted. We get killed. That's how it works.
And then they flag our YouTube channel for whatever. But with that said...
Okay. Who would you like to see win this?
I'm torn between, oddly enough, the Dudleys and Darren Young and Sandow.
See, there was a video on YouTube. I don't know if it was a thing that was on I'm sure it was on WWE.com. I don't know if it was actually on Raw or SmackDown. But it was an interview with Mark Henry. Where he was saying, I really want to win the Rumble. I really want to have a main event.
He wants it to be his last thing or something like that.
And it'd be great if I can retire at WrestleMania. And I was like, now I want you in it, and I want you to win it. But it'd be a sweet story.
It would be a nice, sweet thing, but this is the pre-show.
Yeah,
it doesn't seem like they really care.
I think him winning would give a lot of people that see the video I saw, and then I actually really want this guy to do it. And I think he wins in the pre-show, and he's able to do it, and they talk about it on the pre-show, which means everybody knows about it now, then it'll give more people I really want him to do it, because Mark Henry's career lasted from 96 to now,
forever.
He legitimately became champion in 2011.
He legitimately had an ironclad contract, which was insane at the time. They signed him for 10 years or something like that.
And then after 10 years, he was nearly out of the business.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, dog, get good. And he's like, I need to work. And he did it. And he became champion.
But with that said, he did have that fake retirement thing before, and he worked a really good program with Cena.
I don't remember that. When was that?
This was a couple years ago. It was great. He came out in a suit. He was like, yeah, I'm thinking about retiring. It would sure be nice to hold this title one more time or something like that.
Oh, man. Now he's just doing it again.
But
it's like Brett Favre. We talked about this before.
I'm retired.
I'm retired. I'm back. I'm retired. I'm back.
Jay-Z, this is my last album for 2 years.
This is my last album until I make the next one. Duh.
But my picks, like, I'm torn because I like Darren Young, I like Sandow, but I like the Dudleys as a team.
And you want to push the young talent.
Yeah.
And Damien Sandow is probably one of the funniest characters in a long time.
Like, he was so hot.
He was so hot as Mizdow. And
it was
I didn't actually
unbelievable.
see any of the times when he was, I don't know if his name was still Damien Sandow or not, but when he was playing Macho,
he was Macho Mizdow.
Macho Mizdow. Why do you keep Mizdow?
Don't ask me.
Wouldn't it be like Macho Mando? Why wouldn't it be Macho Mando?
Who knows?
And that's even better because he was originally the genius.
Oh yeah, he pretty
from
much
genius from one papa to the other.
Sandow was pretty much the genius when he first came in, and then now he's
then he became Hogan
around.
or not Hogan Hulk. I was about to say Hulk.
He wasn't Hogan. He was Hulk. He was what half?
He wasn't yellow. He was green.
50% less racist. But
anyway,
my picks.
You're torn between those two?
So
what you're saying is you don't want the Ascension to win?
The Ascension, no. Henry and Swagger, probably not.
I think what killed the Ascension is the fact that, like...
What killed the Ascension is that they would come out and beat, like, nobodies and then lose to somebodies.
Yeah, and they would start every promo like the LOD. Everyone's already comparing you to LOD, but when you start an interview, let me tell you something. And then you push it over, and then they go, what? Well... Like, I almost expected them to end it with, what a rush! And then bolt to the ring.
I can't take them seriously because they look like vampire allies from Magic the Gathering. for those of you who don't, just like Google image search Vampire Allies, MTG, and...
Zendikar vampires, you'll find them.
That's them.
Like, you just get shoulder pads and you'll be the combination of Vampire Allies and LOD.
But, since we don't officially know every entrant in the Rumble, you gotta expect like a nostalgia act or two to be in there.
Yeah, like a few years ago, Jake the Snake was talked about being in. He didn't get in. The next year, they brought DDP in.
That would be so
which
cool
was
if Jake
that's what I would like to think it was Jake the Snake's replacement because DDP was helping Jake.
True.
So I would love to see if Jake was in this one.
There's a lot of talk of Vader coming in.
That'd be kind of sweet. Is Sting cleared to wrestle yet?
People don't think Sting's going to be cleared for ever. They think Sting may have wrestled his last match against Rollins, which it sucks, but that was the first time Sting lost a title match totally clean, and he does it to the undisputed future of the business, which is nuts.
Okay. But, like, if he was going to have a last match, I wouldn't want it to be with Rollins.
I wouldn't either. I would definitely not want to be Night of Champions.
Speaking of Rollins, is he cleared for Rumble?
We don't know. Nobody knows.
So what you're saying is it's under wraps, which means it might be.
I've said this before, but we'll talk about that more once we get to the Rumble.
Okay.
For the dark match, the pre-show main event, I'm gonna go with Darren Young and Sandow.
I'm gonna go with Henry Swagger, even though they're not tag teams. I really want Mark to win. I want Mark, even if he's not going to win, I want him to have that chance.
That chance
at
winning.
I want that, like, hope dream to be alive up until, like, top 4. And if it dies it dies then.
I can't see him in top 4 of a Rumble.
The final 2 of Del Rio versus Morella.
Well,
who would have thought about that?
I was pulling for Santino. He hit that Cobra. I'm like, this is it.
I'd rather have a Barbie doll win it over Santino.
Okay, Santino then. Santina has Battle Royal experience.
True that. That was after that, right?
Something. I don't know.
I think it was the year after.
But regardless, hopefully the Dudleys and the Ascension might like gel well, and we could see something.
Maybe we can see something with like tag titles with that
down the line, like the Ascension.
Give Dudleys one more run, and then they hand it off to Ascension.
The Ascension need to be built up. They had so much hype coming in. They came in
beating the Dudleys. One of the most decorated tag teams of all time would be a good way to do that.
It would be.
But then again, they also beat the New Age Outlaws already. didn't
Yeah,
they?
I think
They won last year.
I don't remember.
Because it was last year.
But the Ascension sucks right now. They need to be built up. We need more tag teams.
They need to look strong.
They do. But moving on to the main card, the WWE Tag Team Title match: Usos versus the New Day. New Day's gonna win.
New Day better win. I hate the Usos. I only hate them because they're pushed too hard.
Who are they? They're
Rikishi's kids.
They're Rikishi's kids. Can you name each individual one?
I learned something I like about them. They do the face paint in homage to Umaga.
Well, yeah, because it's half. Each is like half of his paint.
Well, I don't think it's actually his paint, but it's still like a tip. Like it's the stylized.
It is, but it's colored.
Maybe, yeah, I could see that. Maybe,
but
I never studied Umaga's face paint.
My thing about the Usos is, who are they? Which one's Jimmy? Which one's Jay? Tell me.
I couldn't tell you. I know they each say their own name.
Yeah, they come out, they yell their name, they slap their ass, and
do you think they ever trade spots, switch from left to right?
Maybe.
And just say the other brother's name?
They have no. Granted, they work hard in the ring, I guess.
They're good wrestlers. I don't like them as wrestlers.
I like the program that they had with.
Their characters are lacking.
I like the program they had with Stardust and Goldust before.
That was sweet because it was family versus family.
It was really good. But I gotta go for the New Day. The New Day just has my heart. They're so good.
Looking at it as wrestling characters, Jimmy and Jay are just brothers that wrestle and they yell. I say you say oh.
Yeah, and they're Samoans, yeah. The smallest Samoans I've ever seen.
The New Day is one of the best character tag teams ever.
Right, and that's what I feel is lacking from the product these days. Is
WWE characters have been lacking for a long time.
Because now everyone's just, hi, I'm me. I like socks.
Socks are great.
I'm the sock guy.
Hey, don't make fun of Mick Foley.
No. That was Mr. Sock. Mr. Socko has more charisma in his fibers than the Usos.
Yeah, I can believe it.
I'll pop for Mr. Socko. I will rarely pop for the Usos.
What? How often do you see Mr. Socko?
Right. But
not just a Mr. Socko, the Mr.
Socko.
There are many intimidators. But there are imitators. There are also many people who are imitated by the sock. Intimidated. Shut up! Words!
We'll do it live. But I guess...
One take.
I guess we both are going for the New Day to go over the Usos.
You can't root against the New Day.
It's so hard to.
It's so entertaining.
I didn't want to like them at first, but I'm like...
I didn't like them when they were the good guys, and they're like, yeah, choir singing.
I knew something like that was going to happen.
These guys are corny.
They were so lame. I love them.
Then they're busting out unicorn magic, and they come out conveniently on the same day, all dressed in white and gold with Seth Rollins. I'm like...
It was fantastic.
I can't help it, but love it. And they're having fun. They have a fun.
They're the funnest thing about weekly wrestling.
Yes.
They had the trombone. You have pictures of Xavier Woods in the back mourning over the injured trombone.
So good.
New Day rocks. New Day rocks.
New Day rocks. Okay. Second match.
Moving on to the WWE Divas title match. We have Becky Lynch versus Charlotte. I
think the same argument you said about the Usos can be said about Charlotte. She's just Ric Flair's daughter.
She's just Ric Flair's daughter.
She can't even strut like Ric.
She can't strut. Her woo is, and it's not fair to her that
she's not her own character.
Yeah, she's just Ric Flair female version, but bad in my opinion.
What if Ric Flair was Rachel Flair?
Right.
Okay, let's do that.
But. You
think Ric Flair can bridge? No. Okay, we'll make a girl flexible enough to do a bridge.
It's so...
We'll call that figure 8, even though it makes no sense.
It makes zero sense. And then, I think it was the last pay-per-view or the pay-per-view before that. Charlotte locked in the figure 4 on Nikki Bella.
I think that was a long time ago. Nikki's back. I thought Nikki was off TV for a while.
When Charlotte won the belt.
Okay, that was a while ago. That was in September.
Was it? Are you sure?
Yeah, I want to say it was definitely... it was Night of Champions. I think that's in September.
No, that's when Nikki broke the record for holding the belt.
Then it would have been the Raw after that, then.
But regardless, there's a spot where Charlotte locks in the figure 4. Nikki rolls over in the figure 4. in theory, reversing
the maneuver.
Reversing the maneuver.
All the pressure is on her now. All the pressure is on Charlotte.
Kayfabe, yes. Charlotte's still, like, selling, like, she has the hold locked in, and Nikki crawls over to the ropes. So
Charlotte is literally botching everything about her character.
Charlotte, like,
she can't
screws
move,
that
she
up.
can't figure four. She claims the Horsemen from WWE. What is she doing right?
Like, the closest thing to the Horsemen in the WWE were the Brainbusters. Like,
yeah.
Like, and this isn't just that I hate Charlotte, so I'm picking Becky Lynch. I love Becky Lynch.
Chandra Lynch is amazing. Chandra's a great planeswalker. I got Magic the Gathering.
It's the second Magic the Gathering reference.
And Becky is a hot redhead. And the only thing I love more than magic is hot redheads.
Magical hot redheads. Red hot hottie.
Red hot hottie.
3, red 3.
Put a counter on it. Take the counter down. Good job.
But we like Becky, when she first came out to NXT, she had this horrible gimmick.
Wasn't she like a leprechaun?
She came out to she basically came out to Hornswoggle's theme.
Did she have a shillelagh?
She had like the fighting Irish thing going on. You guys can't see me, but I'm doing the fists.
You can't. You can't fist me? You can't fist me.
And then she was just like too baby face, like, oh yay, I'm gonna go out and do my best.
From like 96.
Yeah, it was like die Becky die. But now, like, she has a bit of her own personality. She has like this amazing steampunk look with her.
Do you think she's really into steampunk?
I don't know. I don't know if she really is or not. I just know the look works for her. It makes her look different.
She's definitely the only steampunker in WWE.
Yeah, and I think she's an amazing talent. Hopefully,
I'd like to see her and Paige get it on for like WrestleMania. I'd like to see her and Paige get it on Pornhub too.
Wow,
praisers. Yo, dog, we got your back.
But like, I want to see Becky win, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Like, think of it: if Becky wins now, she could face Paige, or maybe Paige and the Bellas in like a Fatal 4-Way at WrestleMania.
Like,
That would be awesome.
I think Charlotte's gonna keep the belt for a little bit, because
Do you think Charlotte's gonna be a 16-time Women's Champion?
Oh no,
or Divas Champion?
I'll kill myself before that happens. I'll kill myself with the Divas belt.
That atrocious thing. God, bring back the woman's belt. That was so much better.
The thing about the Divas belt, it kind of looks like Jeff Hardy's belt that he made in TNA Wrestling.
What's more insulting? Your belt looking like a Divas belt, or your belt looking like Jeff's belt?
Like, it's so bad.
Wasn't there two versions of Jeff's belt? Where like, you had the eyes glowing one color and the mouth was open, and then they changed the color of the eyes and then closed the mouth.
It was so stupid.
We're gonna have to put up pictures of that belt.
Like, if I have an indie fed, that's gonna be like my belt.
if I have an indie fed, no.
It's either going to be the Jeff Hardy belt or no belts, a piece of the aggro crag from Nickelodeon Guts.
Just get like buy a belt from like Target and put like a license plate on it.
There you go.
And, like have the license
like
plate.
The hardcore title.
Funny fact, that was actually the European title underneath the plate. Like, they just lost the belts. Like, grab the European belt. Nobody cares about that. That's debunked anyway.
That's so...
defunct, whatever.
But I as much as it pains me to say it, I am going with Charlotte to win this.
I really hope Becky wins. Becky is awesome. Becky and Paige were the best part of whatever that BPS was.
PCB?
PCB, LSD, LCD. I love TVs.
I want my MTV.
I want MTV to play music again.
They were the submission sorority, but that's the name of a porno, so they had to change it. Not making that up at all.
You've probably seen it on Pornhub.
I think it's too vintage for that.
Was it one of the ones with that, who was that one
with
chick?
the good music that you're hearing in the background right now?
Parasail.
But, oh, jeez. Moving on.
Anyway.
The most racially confused match of the card. For the WWE US title, 2 Mexicans.
Hey, come on now. More American people had the European belt.
True, and Grant Del Rio probably speaks better English
Than you do.
than I do.
Than one me like do.
We have Kalisto going up against Del Rio, who's the current champion, we think.
So, if I remember right, well, yeah, that's true. We are recording this on Wednesday. SmackDown has not happened yet.
Well, it has, but we don't really look at SmackDown spoilers, because that's no fun.
Yeah, well, yes, okay. SmackDown has not aired yet, so
True.
maybe Del Rio loses it to him again.
If they do that,
okay, time out. In theory, wouldn't that make this match irrelevant? Because, back in the day, I think it was around, 2004, Jericho was I think it was Jericho versus Randy for the title, but the pay-per-view was lined up to be Edge versus Randy for the title. So, if Randy lost the title to Jericho, the match at Vengeance would have been Randy versus Edge without the title on the line because Randy wouldn't have had it.
well, maybe,
So, it would, in theory, it would be non-champion Del Rio versus non-champion champion Kalisto for nothing.
You're
Maybe?
confusing everybody now.
Do I still have you? No?
Nope.
Okay, moving on.
-6 subscribers. But I hope Kalisto wins, and I hope Del Rio
Really?
kind of moves on. I like Kalisto. I actually like the Lucha Dragons. They're energetic.
Why? Okay, maybe the Lucha Dragons are already in the Rumble and we just don't know it yet.
Well,
but why
Sin
wouldn't they
Cara's-
have four actual teams in the pre-match?
Well, Sin Cara's out with an injury, of course.
Well, I'm sure he botched his own. Don't let him get surgery. He'll botch that too.
Oh, jeez. But we don't know who the
break his
teams
finger in a
going in.
match?
Oh, no, not again. We don't even know if the winners or the losers of these matches are going to be in the Rumble or
You
what.
know what sucks? If the Dudleys lose the match, but they're still in the Rumble.
Because they're just hoping no one watches the pre-show main
Watching
event.
the pre-show, screw it.
That would be horrible.
Yeah. Okay, so Kalisto Del Rio. You really want Kalisto to win?
I want Kalisto to win because Del Rio deserves better than this.
He does. I will grant you that. But I think they shouldn't have him win and lose the title so many times.
They shouldn't.
On and off. Was he champion 2 consecutive pay-per-views?
I don't remember.
He won the title at Hell in a Cell. Did he have the title? I want to say he had the title at Survivor Series.
I think he did. I think he
Did
held
he
on
win
to the
it?
title.
Did he keep it at Survivor Series?
I think he did. And then he lost it.
No, I don't think he defended it at Survivor Series.
Yeah,
because he was in the.
He was in a run-in.
Yeah, he was in the King of the Ring thing.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the Deadly Games, if you will.
Oh, gee. They're rehashing so many things from that era.
Thinking of this, Survivor Series 98 was just redone. Now they're doing Royal Rumble 99 in the fact that it's Austin versus the system.
Oh, jeez.
So, can we conclude what we were talking about off the air, where next will be Vince McMahon in a cage match with Roman?
We will come back to that theory. But, with Del Rio deserves better. Grant, I love the work that Kalisto and Del Rio can do. But with them hot potatoing the belt, I think
It's best to just give it to somebody and let the other go
I say give it to the face who wrestles at the high-paced style. And then maybe someone... we could build up the U.S. title in the way that Intercontinental belt was built up.
Back in the day.
Well,
they need to do that with the Intercontinental title too.
Well, right now, you have...
right now there's hot contention for it.
Yeah. And, this just started not too long ago.
Yeah.
The Intercontinental belt could be, the story-driven, mid-card belt. U.S. belt could be, the in-ring action, mid-card belt or something.
I could see that, but if they're gonna, put it on, the light heavyweights, just bring the cruiserweight belt back.
Well, but see, that would,
Yeah, I guess that would take away the part from, if there's, a good moving, big guy. If Samoa Joe comes up, he gets start with the U.S. belt.
Yeah, if Samoa Joe comes
if
up.
they want to screw him over.
If they want Rusev to, be U.S. champ again, Ryback. I don't know.
Rusev was getting shit booking, too, recently.
I feel so bad for Rusev.
He needs to be a monster again.
He does, but now he's just the lovey-dovey Russian. Bulgarian Russian lover, whatever.
Never get into relationships, it destroys your character.
That's deep.
Yeah, it has more than one meaning. It's almost like it's legit.
But my choice for this match is Kalisto, just because Del Rio needs to get this albatross of a title off of him.
You bringing that up makes me think that Kalisto should win, but I still think Del Rio should have the belt. Like, because he lost on Raw, then he won it back the next Raw, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So let him have it till WrestleMania. Let him lose it in WrestleMania, then have him move on to greener pastures.
But Kalisto lost the belt because Barrett was a distraction in the match.
So they trying to say that Del Rio can't beat him on his own, then?
I don't know, but
because Del Rio is a 2-3-time world champion.
Del Rio was really good. And
I'm talking about WWE World Heavyweight.
Kayfabe, like Del Rio was a multi-time champion.
And then not even thinking of his Mexican career.
Beat Cena on like his return night. Clean
return night.
So
how many people say they could beat Cena clean, let alone on a return night?
Kevin Owens did it in his debut match.
Yeah, Kevin Owens did it debut. Rio did it on his return match. Both times happened this year. John Cena's going down. The end is near.
But I don't know. Like I think Kalisto could use it. But then again, if Sin Cara comes back and then they gotta put him back with Sin Cara or whatever, who knows? But
it'd be kind of sweet if they did the say they split up the Lucha Dragons while Sin Cara is injured. In theory, Kalisto gets his main event, his singles run, and he gets the U.S. title.
Kalisto in the main event. More wishful thinking than me.
High dreams, man. Listen, WrestleMania main event. Mark Henry defends the World Heavyweight title to Kalisto in a title for title match. Joking. No, that's not going to happen. Half of that might be true.
Meanwhile, Vince is like, book it.
This guy's got a great idea.
No,
changing the card. Changing the card. Of all the people we get to see this the day it comes out, Vince McMahon.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway, Kalisto gets the U.S. title. Sin Cara comes back, he's like, oh, he has a singles title. Let me try to get the Intercontinental. Then maybe he gets a good feud going with who would be Intercontinental champions in say 4 months. Let's say maybe goes to Sheamus.
Oh no.
Maybe he gets the Intercontinental belt again, and then they go at it, and then he's winning it versus Del Rio. He's winning. The other person would be winning against Sheamus. It'd be like Lucha Dragons versus.
I think Sheamus will just injure Sin Cara again.
I hope he does. That'd be great. Get him out of here. You're botching everything. He's a walking, semi-talking botchamania.
But
only things he can say is, "Hey, get over here. Stop the match."
But again, my pick would be Kalisto for this one.
Yeah. Okay. I want Del Rio to have.
I want Del Rio too, but I see Kalisto getting it.
Yeah,
and I could see more longevity with Kalisto and Del Rio moving on to something better.
Okay. Before we get to the Royal Rumble.
Well, we still have one more match.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I forgot about the Intercontinental title that we've been talking about for a while now.
The last man standing match for the Intercontinental title, Kevin Owens going up against champion Dean Ambrose. Kevin Owens wins. Next slide.
Let's take a minute to talk about this.
Yeah, Kevin Owens is going to destroy him next time.
I truly hope Owens smash. What Brock Lesnar did with the triple threat match from last year, I want Owens to do this year. Maybe he just, he starts the match beating the crap out of him with a chair. He's done with the chair, puts him through a table or two, and then he's just, what's his big move? The pop-up powerbomb? Does that through a table?
Move so much.
You might hate it, but it's getting pushed. And I wanted to, if it's not getting pushed, it should be getting pushed.
He needs a better move. The pop-up powerbomb, that was cool.
Doesn't he do something jumping from the top rope?
He does the moonsault and, a bunch of other stuff.
He doesn't do, a Veda bomb-like thing?
Oh, he probably has, but, he needs a better finish. I was a Kevin Steen fan when he did the package pile driver, and that's one of my...
That?
It's
the same thing with a different name.
No, it's just a package pile driver.
It's just a pile driver then?
No, it's he sets you up, think pedigree arms, kinda. Okay. But instead of the double underhook over the back, it's to the sides. So your arms are
he's kind of
No, your arms are still hooked, but
kind of like the impaler position where the arms are separated.
But he'll and while your arms are like that, he grabs your thighs and picks you up like a package and drops you in a pile driver.
Okay.
And it looks brutal as hell, but it's super safe when he does it because there's almost no impact on your head on the mat.
The only problem with that is it has pile driver.
Yeah.
And the only two people that can be trusted with the pile driver, one more than the other, Kane and Undertaker. So you're not going to get that.
Shawn Michaels was able to do pile drivers, and CM Punk did a pile driver too.
CM Punk did a pile driver?
Yeah, on John Cena.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oddly enough, Shawn did the pile driver on Cena too.
I don't remember him doing that. Was that at the WrestleMania match? Then?
Yeah, and it's actually been edited out of some versions of the match. Yeah.
Wow.
He did it on the steps in the corner by the announce table.
Well, I remember they did the ban on the pile driver after I think it was 2003 or 4.
They also banned knife edge chops too.
The only thing is, I think it's kind of like the pile driver. They only let trusted people do it. They only let Flair and Shawn do it because they can get away with it. Because they hated the insinuating or the incoming woos from the chop.
But
so wait, now they want the woos for Charlotte. So are they gonna let the knife edge chop back?
I don't know, because if other people do the chop, they're gonna woo for them and not just Charlotte.
Yes, but the woo was bad because it was associated with Ric Flair, who was not a WWE wrestler.
No, he was
during
in
the
TNA.
90s.
Well, no,
and the 2000s.
Yeah, they banned the knife edge chop while he was in TNA.
Okay, so they banned him when he was not a WWE guy. Now they have his daughter, who's a WWE girl, and now when people want it, it's kind of like what they're doing with Daniel Bryan. They gave him all the moves Benoit did to get the association from Benoit and take it and put it on the Daniel Bryan. And now he's out of a career. See what that happens? Chris Benoit will kill you one way or another.
Benoit and Bryan's style is a little bit different.
But they both had the crossface and they both had a diving headbutt. And they were trying to put
the yes lock is not a crossface.
It's a crippled crossface variant.
It's more
just honestly, like the Cobra Clutch is a variant of the sleeper.
It's more like the Rings of Saturn than it is a crossface.
Okay. But I think they all stem from the same
in a way
family of holds.
But I mean, even then, Triple H and Shawn Michaels did the crossface too.
That is true. Yeah, so Triple H did at WrestleMania, and we're like, what?
He also did an Elimination Chamber match.
I guess there's tap outs. Yeah. Okay, but what I'm thinking is maybe since Charlotte's now the face of the Divas title right now, maybe they want the woos, so maybe they unban the chop.
Well, that still does nothing for the lame pop-up powerbomb that Kevin Owens does.
Listen, we get off track. It's okay. The problem is pile drivers are not allowed.
I want to see Kevin Owens can do a really good F5. He could F5 someone and then it would be whoa, is he trying to make a statement and go against the Beast or something?
A new variation of the what was that old move by Mark Mero? The TKO. Where it was it was the F5, but then the
a Samoan drop neckbreaker type thing. Yeah.
I want to see that, but kind of like an RKO position.
I could see Owens doing something like that.
That'd be pretty sweet. The only problem is then people would be like, "Oh, he's just trying to be like Randy Orton and Brock Lesnar." It's no,
I don't know about that.
How many people share moves? After so many moves are done, someone's sharing something.
Right, and no one says, "Oh, Sheamus is basically stealing all the moves Finlay had."
Yeah. Well, he doesn't do the. I forgot what the name of that move was.
What, the Celtic Cross? He does.
He took the Celtic Cross?
Yep. He also does the forward roll Samoan drop thing.
Who was it that did the Vertebreaker?
Shane Helms.
The
Hurricane.
Helms?
Yep.
I really thought that was Finlay.
Oh, no. Well, I mean, he probably could, but it was... Well, it's because the Hurricane's green, Finlay's green.
Okay. They both wore green and black. I'm confused.
But I definitely want Kevin Owens to win this belt.
We are not Dean Ambrose fans. I respect his work, but I'm not a fan.
I'll explain my reasoning for Dean Ambrose in the Rumble.
Okay. So you have... before we get to the Rumble, let me get to you with Rumble Theory.
Rumble Theory.
Imagine... they can't do it this year because it's obviously too late. But next year, they do a thing where... okay, what's the TLC? Is it TLC that's in December?
Yes.
TLC's
usually.
Over. Okay. Starting the Raw after TLC. 30 people can be in the Royal Rumble. You get a win, you get your ticket. The more you win, the higher you get. And they do this thing where everyone can be in it, and everyone gets that rank system. So Like, it could be like the second. There's 2 SmackDowns and 2 Raws, or in a Raw left before the Rumble, and somebody's sitting there like, I need to win 3 matches to get into the thing, and if I win 2, I'm not in. Like, I think that could develop a great storyline of just people like.
Or that you could have someone like interfere in like certain matches, so so they can't get in.
It'd be like the NFL playoffs where like there'd be like somebody like, oh my god, if the Colts win, then the Broncos can make it into the Super Bowl, but if the Patriots win, then they're not doing it. So all us Bronco fans are gonna cheer for the Colts.
I can see that happening as like a way to go from like to get to the Rumble, because like before there was they had the Gold Rush tournament.
Yeah, they had that several times. They had it in the video games where it'd be like, you're in the Rumble, but you're at spot 15, and if you win, you get move up a few slots, and if you lose, you move down a few slots. So, like, I want it to be kind of like a thing where, like, okay, the top 30 people are in it, and more often than not, you can even have some girls in it. Like, I mean, Beth Phoenix was in a Rumble a few years ago.
She was in.
China was in a 99. And I think 2000 also.
I think Karma was in Awesome Kong.
Yeah, Awesome Kong debuted in a Rumble. So they can have a few women in it. If, like, Natalia or even Paige. Like, it doesn't need to be, like, the big, strong woman.
My only gripe about that is
Divas would always get wins.
Surprise entrance.
That's true, yeah. They wouldn't be... Well, maybe they could do, like, a thing where, like, top 20 get in, top 10... The other 10 could be mystery slots.
Or they have, like, a thing where X amount of superstars are competing for, like, X slots. Like, let's say, to be 15 or later or whatever.
You have to compete with these terms for the month.
And then... like, everyone else is put into the lottery.
Yeah.
And, like, if you go on, like, a big undefeated streak, yeah, you can be number 30.
Yeah.
But that doesn't necessarily mean you will reach number 30, depending on how many matches you're in or whatever.
Yeah.
And you win and lost.
I thought about that on when you were busy while I was in the car, and I was like, that'd be kind of sweet. And, like, they don't necessarily have to tie it to the Rumble. They could do it any time a month and just make it for some big match that's, like, elimination chamber. Have 6 people do it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you're number 6 in the chamber. You'll be in the 4th pod that open.
And then, like, the 2 lowest start the match or something.
Yeah.
But if we ever see the chamber again.
Yeah.
But moving on to the main event, the namesake match, the Royal Rumble.
The Musketeer Rumble.
1 against all. Roman Reigns starting out as a champion, as entry number 1. I don't know how I feel about this match.
I told you, I'll tell this. My dream is have Roman 1, Lesnar 2. Suplex, F5, F5, Roman's is gone. Guaranteed new champ. And maybe, because they pushed Lesnar as a prize fighter, he'll just jump out. Like, I'm out. I'll face the winner.
Well, funny you mentioned that, because Paul Heyman is trying to work out a thing with Vince, where the winner of the Royal Rumble would go on to face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, because he is a prize fighter.
Is that the official ruling, though? Because I know they talked about it, because they didn't talk about it. I seen the clip on YouTube where it was like Vince and Steph running him in the hall, and then they talk in his office, and Steph's like, okay, you can leave now.
On the topic of Steph, her makeup artist is either the best or the worst, depending on the day. Because sometimes she looks really good and she looks young, and then others she looks kind of like Linda. She's like Zombie Linda.
Zombie Linda? That's even worse than normal Linda.
Zombie Linda got a pop, though.
Oh my god, Zombie Linda.
But yeah, we don't know if that's actually going to happen or not. It might be. Who knows?
Think it'd be sweet if it's like maybe they struck up the deal like, if Lesnar eliminates Roman, but doesn't win, he gets the shot. Like, because like
I would, as a competitor, I would prefer that over fighting through the Rumble, because okay, I have my shot at WrestleMania. Instead of fighting through all these people, I can just leave now.
I can pack my bags.
And then I have a 50-50 shot at the title at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Well, he's not no normal man.
So really, it's 75-25.
It's 75-25. You add Kurt Angle to the mix.
And he won't even try because he knows he can't beat
He can't beat me.
But
speaking of surprise entrance, Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle could be interesting.
He was talked about wanting to finish his career in WWE.
He did say that.
His career, I want to say his career contract was up with TNA. But is it possibly signed?
He is on the farewell tour of TNA now.
Oh, is he?
Yep.
I thought isn't his contract up though?
It may be, but Kurt Angle is a good businessman.
That's true. Maybe he was like, you know what? If I want to have my final match, if it's on WWE, I'm not gonna cry about it.
Well, I think he won't make it to the Rumble. I think he might make it to WrestleMania, maybe.
That'd be cool.
Or SummerSlam.
Imagine WrestleMania 19 over again. Lesnar versus Angle.
No shooting star this time.
Well, no shooting star and a wrestly Lesnar and a more suplexy Lesnar.
I could see something like that happening.
Okay, so how many suplexes would be done in a match between Scott Steiner, Kurt Angle, and Brock Lesnar?
Oh, jeez.
Would you say 143 6/3%?
There may be 143 and 6/3 suplexes, one red thong, and a broken freaking neck.
And 2 trips to Suplex City.
But with this Rumble, with Raw happening, with the Wyatts jumping Lesnar.
And they attacked Roman
and
also.
Roman too, yeah. But no, because of Roman. They beat up Lesnar. Who, besides The Undertaker and a low blow, has made Lesnar look weak since Lesnar's comeback?
Since Lesnar's comeback, only John Cena.
How did he make him look weak?
He made him look weak a bit at Extreme Rules. He made him look like he's not invincible. Because he did end up winning the match, but granted, he didn't walk out first.
And I'll credit that not so much to John making him look weak, but Lesnar being reckless. Because there's that spot where Lesnar didn't even do a move; he just kind of threw his body at him.
I like to call that the flying Lesnar. He don't know what he's doing.
What do you do besides throw yourself when you see Lesnar just
when both of Lesnar's feet leave the ground, you just like to watch what happens. He jumps off the turnbuckle. Let's see how he
might break his neck. He might break your neck.
Who knows? It might not be a train heading directly to Suplex City anymore.
With that happening, I think Bray Wyatt is a top contender to win.
He was so reminiscent of Stone Cold last year, with entry number 5, eliminating people and checking the watch to see when the next guy comes in. They did the spoil of the family reunion, which would have been nice to have.
I'm starting to not to like Bray's promos because they're kind of formulaic. But
I could see that.
But I like him as a performer. He's a new character, which is great.
I think it really depends on who he works with, because when he worked with Roman and Dean, his promos were amazing. But when he did his work with The Undertaker, he didn't really sell me on the promos as much.
Which is a shame, because it's like, that should have been...
Your promo should have been off the...
That should have been Promo City.
Off the charts. Those should have been the best, but they weren't.
Taker didn't need to do much, because all you need is dark, gong, I'm gonna wrestle you.
Maybe a wax thing of Wyatt in a casket.
Or even, it would have been sweet if, Taker came out with, multiple caskets, and it was the rest of the family members, or something like that.
That'd be just like the Dudleys, with the tables, with the names.
Well, yeah, but that's completely...
Undertaker would have done it first.
And that table match was so bad. Oh,
there was a lot of things wrong with TLC the day after.
But I'll put Roman as a top contender to win.
Who would you like the Final Four to be?
My Final Four is very, very weird. Dean Ambrose.
Darren Young, David Sandow.
I would like the Final Four to be Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, AJ Styles, and Triple H.
Okay. I don't want to assume AJ Styles is going to win it.
For the record, for those of you who don't know, AJ Styles' last Ring of Honor date is this Saturday. And it's hotly rumored that he's going to be performing in WWE within the week. So
I want to say he was in an interview with What Culture Wrestling. I believe it was one of the Adams. And he said he's not doing anything that Sunday, but that doesn't mean he's gonna be at the Rumble.
And I've had talks with a Bullet Club member, per se, Chase Owens. And he says whenever anyone brings anything up about AJ Styles in the Rumble, he says he is not allowed to say anything.
That could be both. I think it could be misleading both ways. Because he's not allowed to say anything because he doesn't know anything, because nothing has been talked about, or he's not allowed to say anything because it's actually happening. Just saying that, just because he can't say anything doesn't mean it is happening.
Not throwing anything out there, Chase Owens does have like a big announcement that he'll make on his own time regarding WrestleMania weekend, whatever that means. But someone can make an assumption that maybe Chase is in talks with NXT. Maybe he's in talks with Ring of Honor.
Chase Owens and Johnny Gargano were in NXT.
That would be phenomenal. I could say, hey, people that we rolled and trained with.
Yeah.
Hey, look at them.
Hey, the people we trained with are on TV.
Look at that. Hey.
Well, we didn't train with Johnny Gargano, but
no,
with Chase Owens a few times.
But Johnny's a good guy. But that would be my final four: Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, Triple H, AJ Styles. If not AJ Styles, Bray Wyatt.
Okay, why would you want Triple H in the Rumble?
Because
maybe Triple H is in there just to make sure Roman doesn't win. And maybe Joey Cleveland is supposed to be. That's just a random name. I don't mean Johnny Gargano. Just random Joe Schmo's about to come out and he's like, nope, Romans is still in. You're out. I'm in. I'm making sure he's gone. Yeah.
Triple H hasn't been on WWE programming since Roman beat the crap out of him. Yeah. I'm not including NXT because NXT is like a wacky, bizarro world.
It's a bizarro world where Triple H isn't Triple H. Yeah. Triple H is Vince McMahon.
Good guy Vince McMahon.
Vince McMahon, not Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Truth. And I really want Dean Ambrose to turn on Roman Reigns.
Do you think it'd be kind of like say they're each at a corner, and maybe Dean and Roman are getting closer, and then Dean does some sort of head nod with Roman, then he does a head nod with Triple H, and then just boom, clotheslines him over. Roman sitting there crying and surrender Cobra.
I want Dean to eliminate Roman, and then I would love Triple H to be like, oh yeah, this is my new boy, blah blah blah. He didn't take my offer at Survivor Series, but he's with us now.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Then Triple H eliminates him too. So it's like,
that's why you don't trust Triple H.
Yeah.
I'm the cerebral assassin.
And then if AJ Styles is in,
fuck, he's pointing at Dean. So
he eliminates it. Over, WWE right? Champion on his debut. if AJ Styles is in the Rumble, he has to win.
Okay.
Because it's like not Bray Wyatt, Daniel Bryan situation.
If he's healthy, you want him in the winning slot.
And not only that, if AJ Styles comes out to his huge debut and loses,
make him look weak.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, there's so much hype surrounding this, legitimate hype, and he comes out and he loses.
What about? I don't know his name, but Shusuke Nakamura, I believe it is.
Nakamura, I don't see him.
You don't see him coming in the Rumble picture anymore.
I don't see him being a
promo.
I don't see him being a big player in the Rumble. I do think he'll be a big player in WWE.
Yeah.
Because out of the Bullet Club members and all that being signed, they're saying Nakamura and AJ Styles are going straight to the main roster.
Yeah. And then you also brought up Daniel Bryan. What do you think about him coming back in the Rumble?
If Daniel Bryan comes back, he either has to win or it has to be down to him and AJ Styles. Or
AJ's in it.
Or
he's in the Final Four if not winning.
Yeah. Or AJ eliminates, or not AJ, or Brian eliminates.
You said AJ and I immediately thought of Lee. I'm like, that'd be weird.
Oh yeah, that's the big reveal. AJ Lee in the Rumble. That's the AJ that everyone's been talking about.
That'd be great.
But I want to see it. I want to see a heel turn.
Do you think Styles would be the heel?
No.
He wouldn't.
Impossible.
Is it kind of like the Edge and Stone Cold and Undertaker thing, where nothing they do can make them a bad guy?
Pretty much.
In the later part of their career.
And there's too much hype surrounding them. You can't bring in someone huge and expect them to be a heel. At least not for the first month or two.
You can. Great Khali. like, once people seen the longest yard, they're like, he needs to be in wrestling. He was in wrestling. First thing he did was beat the crap out of Undertaker.
Well,
The bad guy.
there wasn't hype with him coming in. Same thing, like there wasn't hype
that's
with.
True, I guess.
There wasn't hype with Brock Lesnar when he came in either. He came in. He dominated.
There was hype within the wrestling community.
Yeah, it was
like
like
WWE, like, wow, we got
this
this
guy is
guy.
amazing.
He's amazing.
He's huge. He could do a shooting star.
Somewhat.
No, in OVW,
in OVW he did perfect.
Like,
the problem is
perfectly.
he messed up the one time it mattered.
Right. But hypothetically, I could see Sting making an appearance to eliminate Triple H or help eliminate Triple H.
If you're a Final Four situation were to arise, I would imagine Sting would at least make an appearance and like point the bat kind of thing, just to give Triple H like a no, you can't do this to me. And then Roman maybe eliminates him.
Dean has to eliminate Roman.
But would Dean be in it after being in the last man?
We don't know. We don't know. That's
what if Dean lies down and loses on purpose right away, just so you can save energy to be in the Rumble?
I don't think that would happen.
Okay. In theory, being in the last man standing would mean he's not in the Rumble.
Unless he literally cannot stand. Like duct tape. Or forklift, or something.
You just say duct tape.
I did say duct tape.
Last time somebody lost the duct tape, they quit WWE.
If Batista can put duct tape over, Dean Ambrose can put it over.
Okay.
At least it's not like Moppy winning the hardcore title.
Dude, don't disrespect Moppy.
Moppy, surprise entrant. Someone just chucks the mop in
the ring, and the mop hits Roman. Roman flies over, Moppy wins. Match of the year, David goes wild.
I would lose my mind.
My Final Four, assuming no special comebacks, like Rollins, Bryan, Sting, AJ, or
I didn't even mention Rollins. If Rollins is in, he has to win too.
So okay. Well, let's go back to that. It's down to the Final Four: Rollins, AJ, Daniel Bryan, and somebody else. What happens? In your theory, what happens?
Shield final three.
And somebody else. Shield final three, and then AJ?
And AJ Lee.
Yeah. AJ gets raped.
Like, Shield...
CM Punk's mad. Never returns to wrestling.
Shield final three.
Is McMahon let this happen?
Triple H is in there. They all eliminate Triple H. And then Rollins...
Shield or all four?
Shield.
Okay.
Shield and Triple H, if Rollins is in, they all eliminate Triple H. Roman gets eliminated.
Hop out at the same time kind of thing?
No.
Isn't that what happened with the what wrestling culture? Talk about that?
Yeah.
Being a thing.
We're
not gonna play by your rules. Hop out.
That was the NWO booking.
That's what that was. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, like if Rollins is in, Shield reunion-ish, they eliminate Triple H, Dean eliminates Roman. Seth and Dean have like a little maybe 5-minute go home type of thing, and then Rollins wins.
Okay. My Final Four, assuming no.
And Rollins would have to be number 30.
Of course, all major returns on number 30, or 27 because that's the winning number. Well, up until everybody won at 30, year after year. My Final Four that I would like to see, assuming no returns or debuts, I'd like to see Wyatt and Harper representing the family. Maybe we can have Mark Henry live the dream. I really want him to at least get to the Final Four. If he wins this spot, I want him to be in Final Four just because I want that dream to be a hope up until the last four.
Mark Henry becomes the first Black Wyatt family member. He has a beard.
He doesn't even need the black sheep mask. Just put goat horns on him.
Oh god. Moo. Oh jeez. Someone needs to Photoshop that.
I can't pull my editing. And then, I don't really think the fourth slot would matter. Because I really want...
For so long as Mark Henry's in there.
Mark Henry, Roman... Roman.
Does Mark Henry have boy status?
Mark Henry has boy status for this Rumble alone. Because look at his career. His career went from being the Olympian, coming out to Kurt Angle's music, to being Nation of Domination member that was the pushover, even though he's the world's strongest man, Like, D'Lo won more matches than Mark Henry.
Damn it, D'Lo.
And like, D'Lo was a boy of mine too.
I liked the lowdown and I liked the vest.
I like the vest, I like the lowdown, and I like the music, you messed with the real dildo. Ooh. Gonna kick your sorry ass out on the streets.
It was so bad, it was so amazing.
Sweet. That was so sweet. But like, he went from Nation of Domination to nothing. Like, he's just gone for like 2000 until like what, 2005? He was just gone. And then he came back and like really started doing stuff with ECW, and he was ECW champion. He was doing the SmackDown brand of the split.
That was an ugly belt, but it only worked for Henry. That's big silver looking one.
Didn't they bring that in after Henry won it?
Yeah.
Did they have him wear it?
Yeah.
Okay, because they might have changed the belt because it was too bloody, and then they changed it to be a size that Henry could wear it, because Henry's a massive guy.
He looked really good with it.
Yeah.
And at the time he was...
Was he still wearing like the black tights with like the white outlines?
Yeah, and he was
reminiscent of D'Lo Brown's.
He was the silverback.
Yeah.
Which is so racist.
You know, I looked up what that was, because they never mentioned the type of animal a silverback is, so I was like, what is a silverback?
It's a gorilla. I'm like,
so racist.
This is the most racist thing I've ever seen.
Like, just walking up to him, like, dude, you look like a monkey. Like,
that's
you're
pretty
dead.
much.
You're dead. He will kill you.
He will crush your head like a basketball, like Kali did.
Here's your head, and now it's juiced like an orange.
From WrestleMania main event, Mark Henry versus an orange.
Squish. I did it, Mom.
No pulp.
Let's go, Paul. Let's go.
Oh, no.
Let's go, Paul. Paul sucks. Think of it. It'd be great.
Oh, my God. Too much vitamin C for me.
Like, 200% daily value.
More than 100%.
Yeah. Anyway, I want Harper to look stronger. Like, I want Harper to be the second best. I'm such a Harper fan.
Harper's really good.
I love Harper. I love Harper way more than I like Rowan or Strowman.
Rowan and Strowman.
I think as a tag team, like, if you were to split them all, like, if you would like get all the possibilities, the best one would be Harper and Wyatt.
Like, my whole thing with Strowman is he looks like a retard.
He looks like
and
Earthquake.
It looks like he pissed
brain
himself.
Cells. That's just the design of the tights.
It's
supposed to be spandex there, and they decide not to go with the same color, so it looks weird. Because they're like, hey, let's put black there.
Bad.
It can't go wrong. And to be fair, they give him tan pants. Like, there's 3 colors you don't want to wear on pants. Yellow, brown, and tan.
So they gave him 2.
So they gave him tan, and they gave him black. And it looks like he paid himself. It's horrible. But yeah, I really want Harper to be pushed as, like, one of the higher tier guys of the family. And I really would like to see it be, like, down to the final 2 of, like, Wyatt versus Harper. And Harper's like, you know what? Handshake. I'm just gonna out myself. Kind of thing. Like, that'd be like, you can have the belt.
I could see something like that happening.
It'd be just like Evolution, where Wyatt would have the belt and the family would be there to protect him. It'd be just like Evolution, just like the X, except for the fans are like in a half and half split, where they like Wyatt as the champion. They want Wyatt to succeed, because so many people are like, I love Wyatt, but he's not. He came in as a cult leader, and now he's just pushover.
Yeah.
He loses.
But that's why I like the fact that they jumped Lesnar. Like, I think that
puts him as a legitimate threat. Like, granted, it took 4 or 5 people.
And I could see Bray saying something like, if you control the belt, you control the WWE universe, blah, blah, blah.
And if we're going to relate this back to 99, if we're going to try and compare wrestlers to old wrestlers, Wyatt could easily be The Undertaker. 99, Undertaker was trying to win the control of the company by terrorizing the McMahons.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then he ended up joining a corporation. So the family, let's not call him the Wyatt family, just call him the family, because I like Fallout 3. So the family wins the belt.
Only one of them is a Wyatt.
That too, yeah. So Wyatt wins the belt, and then he joins with the Undertaker, joins with the McMahons, and then I guess it'd be the authority family.
The corporate family.
The family authority.
But then what's the story going into WrestleMania?
The story could be Roman's trying to eliminate the authority still, and he wants the belt back. And he already had a feud with Wyatt, and day after Royal Rumble, you could just go, anyone but you, Roman. Anyone but you.
I could see that happening.
I've seen it in the stars.
And
as my fedora was blown off my head by the wind.
And that's why I
and
don't
Sister Abigail said, anyone but you, Roman.
And that's why I don't like Bray's promos right now. They're so easy. It's like, I woke up this morning and I put my feet on the floor and they said, Bray, it's your time. And I looked at this picture of the WWE Championship and it spoke to me. And it said, Allahu Akbar. Because he has a beard. I don't know. He has a beard, they have goat masks.
Okay, hold on, time out. New storyline. The family joins ISIS.
And Muhammad Hassan comes back.
And General Akbar.
General Akbar?
Wasn't that his name?
It's a trap? Admiral Akbar?
No! What was the one guy's, what was...
Safari.
No, not him. The
one with the Sheik?
When Sheik was with Sergeant Slaughter, he has like some General Abzan.
I thought it was
something.
Kirkona Mustafa or something.
I thought there was the other guy. I thought Sheik was General somebody.
No.
The point is, bring Sheik back. Bring Sheiky baby back as General Akbar Aladdin.
Like,
I'm bringing back. I make you humble. But yeah, bring the family back. Have Wyatt win. He needs the title. He's so good. Everyone loves him.
So your pick is Bray Wyatt. My pick is just about anyone.
Anybody who debuts. Anybody who turns.
Any big worker that could come back. Anybody but Roman.
Anyone but you, Roman.
I'll even take Dean Ambrose.
But seriously though, imagine how the Royal Rumble starts. Roman, Lesnar, suplex, F5, eliminated, hop out.
Apostles
blah, blah,
go
blah,
nuts.
blah, 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 blah. Wyatt, blah, blah, blah. Harper, blah, blah, blah. Final three, because the fourth doesn't really matter. And then Wyatt wins the thing.
Alright.
That would be sweet. I'd love it. I'd go nuts. And I got Survivor Series right, so who's to say I won't get this right?
True that. So, with that said, you guys, if you guys are still around,
wake up.
We're going with the New Day retaining the titles.
Xbox, turn off. Yes.
We have. Oh, jeez, no. We're a little torn with the Becky and Charlotte match. I think Charlotte's going to retain, although I hate her.
I'm not torn with that match. We don't like Charlotte.
Yeah, but
I really want Becky to win. I love Shonda Miller.
I think Charlotte's going to win it, though. I think Kalisto's winning the U.S. belt. You're going with Del Rio?
I'd like to see Del Rio have a successful U.S. title run until maybe he gets pushed up a bit.
Kevin Owens needs to win this last man standing match.
Dean needs to not win. That's the point.
And
if it ties, the champ's Dean, right?
Mm-hmm.
I
could see them doing something where maybe like there's two refs counting them out,
and then they go like, "Oh, he won!
Yeah,
no, he won! No, then it's a tie."
Something like that. Well,
they do the tie too often, though.
They do.
Then again, they did do the tie in '99, so they probably will do it again this year.
Who knows? For those of you who have the WWE Network, go back to 1999. Watch the Royal Rumble and watch Survivor Series, and was it Armageddon?
Survivor Series 98 was the Survivor Series from this last year, basically.
The Deadly Game.
Yeah. 99 Royal Rumble is shaping to be just like this, where it's McMahon versus Guy, and back then it was Stone Cold, now it's Roman. And this last man standing match could look just like the Mick Foley versus Rock one from Valentine's Day Massacre.
So, do your homework. Those are our predictions. Thanks for sticking around.
If you're still here, comment Ali Akbar.
Don't do that. Do not do that.
Type it in as if like Ali Akbar. 2 words.
Let us know.
3 meanings.
Let us know who you think's gonna win the Rumble. And until next time,
be sure to comment how dumb we are the day after. 5 minutes after.
Yeah.
Anytime we're wrong about something, comment, say you're dumb, and then give us like 3 reasons why we might be dumb.
Well, with all that said, until next time, this was James Paradise.
David DeFreitas.
And we are Red Guy Entertainment, and we will see you soon. Can we say that?
Yeah, sure.
Sure, we will see you.
I'll try to upload this and the other video at the same time.
We will see you soon.